installing this wig on my head. This wig, I bought the closure from the hair store. It's a cheap, like, deep wave, deep curl closure, I think. And this hair was 24 bucks. I got it kind of off the shelf. Some stores may keep it behind the counter. Depends on where you go. But yeah, I'm gonna install this wig. I was looking for something cheap, so kind of something easy for the summer. I'm starting a new job soon, so I was looking for something to kind of throw on that I don't really mind if it messes up. So we're gonna see. So here we go. So I'm just showing you guys really quick how I made this wig. So I used the hot glue gun method. All I did was sew the closure down to the top of the wig, and I just used my hot glue gun and a few of the refill sticks, and I just went all the way up to the top, cutting each track after I glued it down until I ran out of hair. So it's pretty simple. I'll make sure I put one of the more detailed tutorials that I've seen in the comments, not the comments, the description box, so that hopefully will help you guys a little bit more. Alrighty, so here we are with the video. I'm just taking my scarf off here, and now I'm gonna try the wig head on, but first I'm gonna apply some foundation right on top of my wig cap to kind of make the wig look a little bit more natural, because I didn't bleach the knots on this closure. I'm kind of putting foundation kind of all over, making it a pretty wide area. I'm not sure if I want a middle part or a side part yet here in the video, but I'm really hoping for a middle part. So I was super happy that the middle part turned out as well as it did. So from here, I'm just going to take the hair out of the clip, really trying it on, seeing how I like it, playing with it. And from here, I'm going to get some alcohol, and I'm going to wipe off the front of my head. After I use some alcohol to wipe the front of my head, any oils or dirt that will be there, I'm going to use the Ghost Bond glue, and I'll put the link for that down below in the description box. My friend Money told me it was a little bit cheaper to order it online, so take it from her. Don't be like me and spend that beauty supply store price. So now I'm just going to kind of hang out, talk to my roommate Kimara, and wait on this glue to turn pretty much transparent. Now the glue is pretty much almost clear, I'm going to pull the wig forward, sitting it right on top of that glue, and I'm going to use my rat tail comb to kind of press that wig down into my head, making it really flat. And then I'm going to grab my scarf and I'm going to tie it down to kind of seal that in and set that glue. So once I tie my scarf, I'm just gonna jump into my makeup, moving my scarf out of my face, and I'm gonna put some brows on. I don't know much about makeup, so I wouldn't really say I'm the best person to watch for that, but if you guys have any brands that are awesome or that you really like, please comment them down below. I really appreciate to update my makeup collection. I'm really looking for a new concealer. Right now I just use LA Girl, but I'd love to spend a little bit more money, maybe get a little bit of a better coverage. But I'm putting the LA Girl primer on my lids here as well. Just kind of spreading that around. And I used that as my eyeshadow primer. I used to have one, but I ran out of that about a couple, maybe 2-3 months ago. So now I'm just kind of using my concealer until I can find another one that I like better. But concealer works pretty well, so I think I'll continue using it. Alrighty, so I'm just starting here, applying some eyeshadow to my lids. I've already applied some concealer as my primer. So I'm using the TROPIC NYX Professional Makeup Palette. I just picked this up from Ulta. It had some really bright colors in it. There's a really pretty orange in here that I love to use on my eyelids. I'm using it here in this video. It looks a little more red on camera, but it's still one of my favorites. I don't really have a technique for applying eyeshadow. I kind of just go in sections. I'm still watching videos, trying to learn. I consider myself a beginner, so I'm kind of just having fun here with these colors and blending until I get something that I like. So now I'm just applying some lashes. I added a little bit more eyeshadow off camera. I'm not gonna let you guys watch me struggle the entire time with these lashes, but I've gotten better. My lashes are really curly, so my natural lash curls up into my eyelid, so I have to hold them down with one hand and then apply with the other. So it's kind of a struggle. I pinch them down once I apply them to make sure they're on my lash line. And if not, I just kind of take it all, wipe my eye off, and start all over again. So it's a process. But I feel like lashes really bring the look together. And I got these from my roommate Kimara. She ordered some hair and she didn't want them. And these lashes came with the hair she ordered. So I was really grateful. So thanks, Kimara. So now I've applied both of my lashes, and now I'm going to take the scarf off my head, and now you can see that the wig's kind of just there. I want to make it look a little bit more natural in the front, so I want to pull out some baby hairs just to give it, I don't know, a more natural look. I feel like it's just straight across right now and it looks really wiggy to me. So I'm using my rat tail comb to just pull out some hairs. This closure came with some already cut baby hairs, but for some reason, after I installed it, they just weren't there. So I'm probably going to just make my own, pulling some out and using some scissors to kind of cut across. And my wig head was really in my way during this video, so I realized she had kind of served her purpose, had her 5 minutes of fame, so we're going to move her out of the way just to have a little bit more space, a little bit more elbow room. So here I'm taking my scissors, cutting that off. I kind of twist the hair and then I cut at an angle, just so they're not all exactly the same length, but either way I kind of tuck the hairs back so you can't really tell how long they are. So I used some wrapping lotion, just any brand really. It's just foam lotion you can find at any hair store, Walmart. But I just use that to kind of set my edges. I'd use that before I'd apply any stronger edge control like Gorilla Snot or Murray's, or even Got To Be Glue, just so it kind of gives you a little bit more control and you can kind of move the hair around a little bit more than when you use those stronger edge gels. So I'm going to put my scarf back on to just kind of set my edges for a second while I finish applying my makeup. My roommate was singing this TV theme song, so I just couldn't get it out of my head. So now I'm just going to get ready to apply foundation here. I'm going to finish up my makeup while my edges go ahead and set in place. So the foundation I'm using is just any old foundation from Walmart. It works pretty well for me. I am looking for new brands, so if you have any suggestions, please feel free to drop those in the comments below. I'd really appreciate it. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram, on my Twitter, and on Snapchat. But after I finish applying my foundation, I'm going to go ahead and take my scarf off. I really like how the edges came out. They look really natural. But I'm just going to apply the foundation evenly on my forehead as well. Next, I'm going to apply some LA Girl concealer, starting under my eyes, moving from under my eyes to my chin, and then my forehead after that. So now I'm going to grab my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend that out, starting with my chin, then moving up to my forehead, letting my eyes be the last thing. Well, under my eyes. I want to thank Kimara Nicole for that tip. Shout out to her. Go watch her videos, subscribe to her channel. She's a big inspiration of mine, and she's also my roommate. Now moving on to my setting powder. I used this setting powder. It was suggested to me by my friend. It's the Revolution Luxury Baking Powder. I really like this one. It really works for my skin tone. I used to use the lighter powders, but this one really gives me that look that I like. So I'm happy with it, and you live and you learn, you know. So I'm just adding that under my eyes, at the top of my cheekbones, really on the spot to my face where I want to look a little bit lighter, or where, I don't know, the light hits your face, if that makes sense. So I'm going to let that set for just a second. I'm going to grab my darker concealer. And with my darker concealer, I just go in. I have this Black Radiance palette with the contour picture on it, so I kind of just go off of that, but I place it right under my cheekbones, on my chin, and at the tops of my forehead. So first, at the foreheads. First, I blend that out using my sponge, blending out those dark marks of contour. Then I go in with my brush and I kind of powder off that setting powder, just kind of blending and removing as much as I can. So I'm almost done blending off, knocking off the rest of that powder. I really love how my edges came out. Like, they look good, like really good. I'm really happy. Edges aren't always the easiest part. So now I'm going to get ready to move on to my favorite part of makeup. So we're going to do my highlight next. So I have this awesome palette I got for my birthday. So I'm going to use my fan brush to apply some to the tip of my nose, to my cupid's bow, and then the top of my cheekbones. So now I grab my black lip liner. I'm going to apply that dark liner around my lips. Then I'm going to add a clear gloss on top. So once I finish lining my lips, I kind of rub them together, blend that out a little, and then I apply my clear gloss. This one has some pink sparkles in it. They aren't really something you can see, but I still love this one. Just a cheap gloss I got from the local beauty supply store. So now I kind of want to tackle my hair. So I'm really just going to use water here and a little bit of that same foaming lotion. I used the hot comb to kind of go through, flattening at the top a little bit so it's not as bulky and it looks a little bit more natural coming from the top of my head. So after I use the hot comb a little bit here, making sure to stay right on that closure, because the closure is the only thing that's 100% human, because I'm sure the hair that was $24.99 isn't 100% virgin human hair. Couldn't be. Completes the look. Like, subscribe, comment below. Thanks for watching my video. Hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully you'll try some new looks. If you want me to try some new wigs, some new looks, please comment, subscribe below. Let me know what you guys want to see. Thanks again. It's Opal Valentine.